Texans had joint practice today with the Miami Dolphins. What's going on, guys? I am here to break down all you need to know from day one of Texans Dolphins joint practice. Glad everybody's in here with me today. Before we get started, though, Texans fans, you don't want to miss a thing. Go down and hit that noti bell and make sure to turn your notifications to all so you never miss a video whenever we put it out. All you got to do, go to the settings app, scroll on down to YouTube, tap notifications, and turn on allow notifications. That way, when there's Texans breaking news, when there's anything going around your Houston Texans, you will be notified. And first up on my takeaways from joint practice, it's Jalen Pitre. He's him. Jalen Pitre is him. I tweeted it out earlier at Jeremy Chuggs. Mark my words. Jalen Pitre will be a top 3 safety in this league this year. Jalen Pitre. I mean, last play of practice, absolutely reads Tua like a book and gets the walk-off pick 6. That's everybody celebrating in the end zone. I mean, Jalen Pitre is an absolute dog. His teammates know this. Everybody knows this. This is what Will Anderson had to say. He's the GOAT. Yeah, that's what Will Anderson had to say about Jalen Pitre. And this is what DeMeco Ryans, Texans head coach, had to say about the star safety. The way Jalen Pitre practices every day, it doesn't surprise me. It's expected because that's what he does every single day. Every damn day, Jalen Pitre's out there putting in that work. He is an absolute monster. And I'm so pumped to see what number 5 does on the field this year. Because if last year was any indication how he's going to play this year, he's a missile in the back end of this Texans defense. And I said it earlier at Jeremy Chuggs, Jalen Pitre will be a top 3 safety in the NFL in 2023. Who's with me? Who thinks that I am right on that take? Let me know down in the comment section what you're thinking. Will Jalen Pitre be a top 3 safety in 2023? What do you think? I really want to hear from you. It's called Chat Sports, not Jeremy Sports, because it's built on your interaction. I want to hear from you folks at home. This is going to be the pinned comment on today's video. So scroll on down. It'll be the top comment right there. Let me know what you're thinking. Yes or no? And like I said, hell yeah. Give me a hell yeah. Jalen Pitre is an absolute dog off of his leash. I mean, hey, this man is going to take the Texans defense and just run with it this season under new head coach DeMeco Ryans. I'm so excited to see what Pitre can do this year. Along with that, my second takeaway, I mean, it was one of my takeaways from the preseason game. Tank Dell might be wide receiver 1 for this team. Obviously, Nico Collins has been putting in work. Robert Woods made a couple nice catches today as well. But, I mean, Dell was dominant today in joint practices. 3 touchdown receptions in practice today for the young man out of Houston. Hey, he's undersized. I know this. 5'8", 5'9" in cleats. Don't forget that. 165 coming out of the University of Houston. But we look at this Texans depth chart. I have Nico Collins as wide receiver 1. Robert Woods, the vet, coming in as wide receiver 2. Noah Brown, I have him slotted in as wide receiver 3. But, Tank Dell, he might get the most catches. He might get the most touchdowns out of all these guys this year. He has built such a chemistry, such a rapport with C.J. Stroud. I can't wait to see that 7-1-3 connection. I'm going to absolutely lose my mind whenever they connect for a touchdown in the regular season. And I'm going to lose my mind over these amazing deals from our sportsbook sponsor, BetUS. They're giving you the best deal on the internet. All you got to do, go to chatsports.com/bet and use promo code CHAT125 for a 125% deposit. What was that? No, yeah. My producer, my producer's asking, what is a 125% deposit bonus? That means if you put in $100, they're going to give you $125 for free to bet with. That means you put in $100, you got $225 to bet with off the rip. And hey, I already have your first bet for you right here. I'm making it easy for you. It's the Texans win total. It's set at 6.5 wins. Are you going over or are you going under? What are you thinking? I'm hitting that over. I'm betting over on the Texans 6.5 wins this season at BetUS. Whenever I go to chatsports.com/bet, promo code chat125. Next up on my takeaways from joint practice. It was like a Chipotle out there because things were getting a little chippy out there at practice today. A couple fights that I got news of. This one first from Aaron Wilson. Texans' Chrisitan Harris has been feisty today. Mixed it up a bit after the play with Dolphins running back Jeff Wilson. Jeff Wilson, go Mean Green. Harris previously got into it this week with Devin Singletary. And Chrisitan Harris has been playing with a man with his hair on fire this training camp. He is really out to prove something, out to, show he is the guy in the Texans linebacking room. And I absolutely love it. I mean, I love, the tenacity, the feistiness out of Harris this training camp. The Texans need that. The Texans need a little bit of a culture shift, to, get back to, ground and pound, smash mouth football. I think Chrisitan Harris getting into a fight, that's kind of a good thing. And there was also a second fight, according to Brooks Cabina from the Houston Chronicle. A second fight, again, on the Texans defensive side. A group tackle on the left turned into a brief push around, dissolved in a few seconds. Don't know about the severity of this fight. It sounded like just like a little bit of a shoving and push here and there, but still a little bit of feistiness. Texans joint practice today. Beforehand, DeMeco Ryans and Mike McDaniel were saying anybody who gets into a fight, they're getting kicked out. Chrisitan Harris didn't get kicked out. So I don't know if they were just, BSing, if they were just saying that beforehand, but they're letting these guys play, and I absolutely love it. Next up on my joint practice takeaways, Dalton Schultz. He might be the key to this Texans offense. C.J. Stroud struggled a little bit in that preseason matchup against the Patriots, but Dalton Schultz was his, top target today in practice. Made a ton of plays in the red zone. A lot of, key conversions whenever the pocket was kind of collapsing. He was able to find Schultz here and there. And I said it whenever they signed him. It was a low-key signing, but Schultz will be the safety blanket for C.J. Stroud this season. He's a rookie quarterback. What's the quarterback's best friend, especially a young quarterback? It's that tight end. And they got a sure-handed guy from the Dallas Cowboys who, he might not be the most athletic tight end. He might not wow you with these spectacular catches, but he's able to get the ball. He's able to get open. He's able to get the ball, and he's able to catch the ball. And that's all you need out of your tight end. That's all you need out of a safety blanket. And you know what? Hot take. I think Dalton Schultz leads the Texans in receptions this year. Hot take. You heard it here first. I think he will lead the team in receptions this year, especially with a young quarterback in C.J. Stroud. I think their connection is going to be really strong. I think, he's going to be that guy. C.J. Stroud doesn't know where to go. He's going to Schultz. But like I said, I want to hear from you first. Let me know. Am I crazy? Am I off my rocker? Will Schultz lead the Texans in receptions this season? If you agree with me, type your L for lead. If you're like, nah, this dude is insane in the membrane, go ahead and type your W for won't. And my last takeaway from joint practice. Laramie Tunsil is the best left tackle in the NFL. You, your mom, your dad, nobody can tell me otherwise because I didn't see a single clip. I didn't see a single rep where Laremy Tunsil didn't win that rep. Nobody got the best out of him. And, you're saying, the Dolphins, they probably don't have that good of edge rushers. They're not bad on the defensive side of the football. Their edge rushers, Jalen Phillips, the young edge rusher out of Miami, he's played pretty well. Bradley Chubb, Emmanuel Ogbah, both decent edge rushers in their own right. Laremy Tunsil was winning those reps today, and it wasn't even close. I saw one rep where he was going up against Bradley Chubb. He was literally blocking him with one hand, just kick-stepping one hand. I mean, this dude is an absolute beast. Laremy Tunsil is a man amongst boys, and I think he's going to prove that this season. I can't think of a better left tackle to have protecting C.J. Stroud's blind side than Laremy Tunsil. The Texans, you can say all the jokes. I know all the draft capital, everything the Dolphins got from the Laremy Tunsil trade, but the Texans still got the best left tackle in the NFL, and that is no joke right there. I love Laremy Tunsil as the Texans, bookend left tackle. I think he's going to do wonders for the Texans offensive line this season. And If you want to keep up with Laremy Tunsil, Tank Dell, Jalen Pitre, Dalton Schultz, all the chippiness at Texans practice. CJ Stroud, thank you, producer Coop. All you got to do is subscribe. Go to youtube.com/Texans TV, or just go down and hit that sub button for daily Texans content. Hey, we're your place to be. I'm trying to give you the best Texans news and rumors on the internet. All I got to say, I want to earn your subscription. If you haven't already, go down and subscribe. If you don't like it after 7 days, unsubscribe. I want to earn y'all's trust. I want to earn your subscription. So go down and smash that sub button.